This is Andi Purewal for ID Boxing. We're here in Liverpool and I'm joined by a very tired Jamie Carragher. Jamie, firstly, fair play to you for getting up to that circuit. That looked a little bit brutal this morning.
It is. I've been coming here ever since I finished now the Rotunda boxing club. So Tuesday and Thursday circuit today, so 9:30 till 10:30 or 11. It's I'm trying to make myself look good for the TV. Whether it works or not, I don't know, but it keeps me fit.
Well, obviously, I'm sure he's doing something for you. We're here today to obviously catch up with Liam and Callum. We've got a couple of big fights coming up. Just start off with Liam as he's just arrived. I'm sure you'll be there, or you'll try to be there on September 3rd when he faces Hassan Mwakinyo. But being in and around him in the gym, how's he been looking to you?
Brilliant. I mean, after the circuit, or we do the gym, you know, the lads come in and do the sparring, and you know, it's education for me. I don't know too much about boxing, but just watch them, you know, going at it in the ring, you know, trying out different techniques, getting ready for the fight. Really interesting and educational for myself, really. They're at the top of the game. I just come in here and get fit, but you know, what a career all the lads have had, really. But at this moment, obviously, Liam and Callum are the ones doing the business in the ring, and you know, Liam's on a great run at the moment.
Obviously, both of them are trying to get back towards a world title fight, and Callum's got his own WBC eliminator next weekend on the Usyk-Joshua 2 undercard. Again, going into that one, from what you've seen of Callum, how confident are you that he'll come through that, win the eliminator, and then look towards a world title fight beyond that?
Well, I say he's been a world champion before. I'm sure he can do it again. He'll take this fight really seriously, but I feel he'll come through with flying colours, and that will be, you know, a journey now to, you know, go for another world title. I mean, what he's achieved in his career so far is outstanding. And as I said, as you know, all the lads get into the 30s now, or I'm not sure what I'm thinking in football terms here. I'm not sure maybe it's a little bit older for boxing, but no, I certainly think in the case of Liam and Callum right now, they're just coming into the peak.
Obviously, I just want to get your thoughts on a couple of other fights. Next weekend, as we mentioned, Usyk-Joshua 2. I'm sure you'll be tuning in at some point. What are your thoughts as Anthony Joshua attempts to reclaim his unified crown?
Well, I hope Joshua wins. I do. I think he's brilliant for British boxing. You know, filling out arenas at home and abroad. Obviously, it was a really tough fight against Usyk, who obviously moved up to heavyweight. He is one of the pound for pound, you know, great fighters in boxing at this moment. So I think it'll be a really tough fight. There's been a lot of talk that he's got to change tactically, how he was in the first fight. I think he's changed his coach as well. So hopefully we'll see a different Joshua, because it does feel like a real make or break fight for him.
If AJ came through that, obviously everybody in the UK at least would love to see the fight with Tyson Fury. How big of a fight do you feel that would be for the UK?
It'd be massive. It'd be one of the biggest fights we've ever had, maybe if not the biggest, really. You know, you think of all the great fighters we've had down the years and those domestic fights, going back to when I was a child, really. So always huge fights, but I can't really see anything bigger than that we've ever had, really. If, you know, Joshua comes through, Tyson come through, you know, I'm not sure who he's fighting next, but if that could be a real blockbuster at Wembley or Tottenham's ground, or you know, somewhere definitely in this country, I think it'd be the biggest, you know, British boxing fight we've ever had.
One big blockbuster of a domestic fight that we do have on the horizon, which was announced recently, is Benn and Eubank Jr, the sons of two legends in the sport, in Eubank Sr and Nigel Benn. Again, what are your thoughts on seeing this next generation of stars coming through and facing each other, granted at a catchweight?
Yeah, I mean, listen, it does bring back memories of those famous fights, you know, the two fathers, and I think there was talk maybe not so long ago, them getting in the ring again. I'm glad that didn't happen, actually. But the two sons, you know, following in the father's footsteps, I just think Eubank will have the edge. I think he's a bigger man, bigger, powerful, stronger, and I think that'll just give him the edge.
Final thing before I let you go, Jamie, not the perfect and most ideal start to the season for Liverpool against Fulham, but what did you make of their performance, and do you see kind of promising signs moving forwards that things will finally click beyond obviously only the first game?
Yeah, it's only the first game and didn't play particularly well. It doesn't happen often. You know, this team have, you know, been absolutely out of this world the last 3 or 4 years. You know, league, Champions League finals, Champions League winners. So I don't think we can be too hard. And I think the actual reaction on the back of that game has been way over the top. I mean, it's one game, first game of the season, newly promoted team, full of energy. Liverpool win at the races, and I'm sure they'll be back to the best on Monday.
Right, Jamie, we'll leave that there now, and I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks,